Good morning, everyone. This is our fourth lesson, the Turkish invasions. We just started the introduction in our last class. The two important kingdoms it was arised and emerged there in Afghanistan. The Ghazni and the Gaur, small kingdoms were emerged. Among that, the most two cities were Ghazni and Gaur. And from these two cities, two invaders, those who attacked India. And behind the attack or invasion, there were some reasons were there. That reasons are want to study next. Reasons for invading India. Actually, in the 11th and 12th century, the Turks means those people we already studied the Ottoman Empire or the Turks, especially the Mahmud of Ghazni from Ghazni and Muhammad from Gori. They were Gaur we studied, Muhammad Gori from Gaur. They invaded India because of these reasons. The first reason is they were attracted and they wanted to acquire India's wealth. To maintain a large army, they needed wealth and they heard about India became very wealthiest country. So they needed the wealth from India. That was the first reason. And also they wanted to secure a strong contingent of war. That means a strong army they needed. For maintaining the strong army, they needed elephants from India. War elephants from India they needed. And also they wanted to spread Islam. Another reason they wanted to spread Islam inside India. Also they, especially Muhammad Gori wanted to annex Multan and Punjab for the security of his Ghuriad empire. That means in Gaur, nearest, I already told that Afghanistan, one of our neighboring country sharing border with India, related as that part nearest Jammu Kashmir and all. This Multan is actually one of the place in Jammu. So he needed Multan and Punjab inside India. Punjab also Muhammad Gori. So he wanted to annex. Annex means joining these two places along with his region. That was the wish of Muhammad from Gaur. Otherwise his name is known as Muhammad Gori from Gaur. That's why he was known as Muhammad Gori. Okay, so these was the reasons, the four reasons why they invaded India. Among the first most important ruler, he was known as Mahmud of Ghazni. Actually, this Ghazni was a small kingdom in Afghanistan. It was founded by a Turkish noble personality, Alaptagin, in the 10th century, and he was followed by Subuktagin, another ruler, who also acquired the adjoining areas of Ghazni, and his son, Subuktagin's son and successor was very powerful. He was known as Mahmud of Ghazni or Mahmud Ghazni. He wanted to make Ghazni the most powerful kingdom. That's why he needed more wealth or more money and other things, the valuable things he needed. That's why he decided to attack and invade India. And he heard about India's wealth and he decided to raid India and plunder her wealth. Plunder India's wealth. Plunder, that means kollaiyadikkuka. They needed looted and plunder or loot. The both one is same answer. They want to attack and collect money from India. Not only money, whatever the precious things and all, gold, silver, whatever, everything they plundered from India. So Mahmud did not want to establish his direct rule in India. That's why his invasions were directed against rich cities, concentrated rich cities and wealthy temples. We know that during that time, India's money was concentrated there in different temples. He attacked forts only when it could not be helped. He plundered the enormous wealth of the temples. He plundered and attacked the temples and collected the most wealth from the temples and took away to riches and whatever he collected from the temples to his own homeland. I already told he needed to maintain good army and he want to make his land, his native land, a powerful kingdom. And in short period, within 25 years, he raided India 17 times. Remember, he raided India 17 times. 17 raids he held here in India. His earlier raids were made against the Hindu Sahi rulers, whose territories extended from Punjab to Afghanistan. And later, Mahmud defeated the Hindu Shahi rulers, made them his vassals, and forced them to pay tribute to him. Tribute means it's a tax, acquiring and accepting, whatever the place acquired by a person, accepting their power here, that and they want to give a small amount of money or anything, whatever they means asking, that one, that is known as a tax, like as a modern tax is tribute. Mahmud's most daring raids were made against Kanauj and against Somanath temple in Gujarat. Remember students, he attacked and plundered the best temples in those regions, Mathura, Kanauj and Somanath. Among that, during that time, the most wealthiest temple was at Somanath in Gujarat. And Somanath temple was famous for its fabulous riches. It means very, very vast wealth was there. Mahmud looted the treasures of the temple and gathered a huge booty of diamonds. Very means we can't measure that much amount of diamonds, rubies and pearls, and took them to Ghazni. He plundered from India, from the Somnath temple. During that time, actually the most wealthiest, enormous wealth was there in the Somnath temple. Mahmud was regarded by the Indians as an invader and a plunderer. We are means accepting and we are believing this person was a plunderer and looted India's money. In his country, he was regarded as a just ruler. Much of the wealth he carried away from India was used to create a splendid capital city at Ghazni. Mahmud built many buildings by using the wealth he plundered from India at Ghazni, the most famous of which was known as the Celestial Bride. That means the great mosque surrounded by 30,000 quarters for students and teachers, and he also built libraries, a museum and a university in his own native land at Ghazni. He used whatever the wealth or whatever the diamonds booty of means enormous wealth from India, everything he used for making attractive in his own native place at Ghazni. And also he was for us means for Indians we know that he was just an invader and a plunderer, but in his own native place he was just a ruler. Along with that, he was very good person and a patron of art and literature. His court was adorned at one time by famous Persian poet. Already we studied this person, the Arabic contributions in the field of literature. The greatest poet Firdausi was his court. He wrote epic poem Shahnama. This one already we studied in the previous lesson. Another great poet of Mahmud's time was Al-Udbi. Remember students it, Al-Udbi. He wrote the history of Mahmud. Mahmud's history wrote by Al-Udbi. And another mathematician, great scholar and philosopher was there in his court. It was Al-Baruni. Remember Al-Baruni. He wrote a book called Tahqiq-i-Hind. The book written by Al-Baruni, Tahqiq-i-Hind, which describes the social, religious, political and economic conditions of India at that time. That's why he used the name Tahqiq-i-Hind. They don't know how to pronounce India. That's why instead of that India, they called us Hind or Hind. That term they used. He wrote about India's during that time India's political, religious, social features and the characteristics. That's why his book was known as Tahqiq-i-Hind. It was written by Al-Baruni. He was not only a mathematician, a great scholar and a philosopher. Remember, concentrate these points. The poet adorned the court of Mahmud Ghazni. It was Firdausi. He wrote the greatest epic poem Shahnama. And another poet Al-Udbi. He wrote the history of means whatever done by Mahmud Ghazni, everything he prepared as the life history of Mahmud, like that way. Also remember that he built a famous mosque there, it is Celestial Bride, and inside this he made different for teaching and learning process also done there. So students and teachers were there, and their quarters also he built. Also he made many more libraries, important libraries for the students and teachers, and a great museum was there and a great university university. This everything he built, and he made a fabulous means attractive things there in his own state Ghazni by using our wealth. Our wealth means India's wealth, whatever he plundered. So remember, concentrate the points related as Mahmud of Ghazni. From Ghazni he came, and he didn't want to establish his means his own kingdom here. He just plundered our wealth only. Okay, read this much only. Read the paragraph carefully after listening the video. Okay, thank you.